Hey there, in this video I will explain how does our Shopify app route works. We are using React router. I know I use a lot of React router and stuff like that, but to understand how you can navigate around the app and where you can customize it, it is very important. And understanding the routes in the Shopify app, it is more important. So in this video you will learn how routes work in the Shopify app and how you can customize some of the settings. I mentioned in the previous video, most of your time you spend inside the app directory. This is where you add all your code. The root directory, you have one file for database, you have the entry.server, which is for the server, root.jsx, you have routes. This is not the one that we are going to focus more on. You have one for Shopify server.js. These are not something that we customize, but what we spend most of the time is the routes folder in here. Inside the routes folder, you have a lot of files. If you understand the structure of this file, you understand how routing work in Shopify app, because that is how this is structured. For example, it has app underscore index. What does underscore means? What does the dot extension in the dot app additional means here? What does auth means here? You can see all of these, like they have different structure for these files. So if someone visit the store, the first thing that they visit is the route directory. If you remember, we had a public URL which I opened in a few videos. It was opening this index. So by the time user visit my app slash like homepage, it will open this index store, and inside this index I have a route.jsx. If you have a folder, you can optionally have a route.js, and this is what it will respond by default if you have like a route.js. So if someone visits your store without entering anything, it will open this folder. So let's test it out. I am running my app in the terminal. So if I open this URL, which is my app URL, slash GraphQL, that is what Shopify is adding. By the way, this is different. Okay, now check it out. If I go back to my app where I run this is the URL that I have, and you can see this URL is different from what I have on the top. So if I open this one, this is for my app, this is for my GraphQL. You can see the port is different. Just remember that this is running on a different port. What is this page that is running? It is exactly that underscore page, okay? The underscore folder. If I go back to my code editor, route slash underscore index app.jsx, this is all those content. Short heading, your app name, this is what you see in here. So this one does not require any authentication. That's why you can easily open this app publicly, and all it does is it shows like, okay, enter domain website. It will submit it to Shopify slash auth slash something in here. That is one thing that you have to note. Okay, this is the page that you can customize it. Then you have the auth for authentication. It has again route.jsx. So what if you go to slash auth slash login, something like this, it will hit this file. This file has an action and also a loader, which we will focus in the next video, but all you need to know for now is this is how the folder structure work. App is where you have your app. So if I come here and slash app, this is the folder that we want. Okay, you see this is app underscore index. This one will open, and you see all the buttons you saw in the previous video related to generate an app. This is the URL for this one. Okay, now if I visit this, for now it will send me to the login because this is authenticated. Okay, so you should enter your stored URL in here to login if you are if you have installed. If you have not installed the app, it will ask you to install the app. That is something that you have to know. Other than that, you have additional.jsx, you have app.jsx, you have auth and stuff like that. Remember how does the structure of this one works. Webhook.app.scope. In the URL, it will look like this. So it is going to be slash webhook slash what was the name, app.scopes. Each of this dot, you should translate that as one slash in the URL. That's important for you to note, because in the app configuration we learned in the previous video that, okay, we have app, okay, we have webhook, we have app and install, and that is the same URL in here. For additional.js, it is the same thing. If you want to visit the additional.js, so this is what you do. It is going to be app additional, something like that. Now I can enter my app URL in here, or I directly access it in my dashboard in here. If someone visit this page, it is going to open the home page, and if someone click in the additional page, it is going to app/additional, and this is the template that you see. That is how the route works. Now, where do you find this data to configure? This is also important. If you visit your index, oh, it's not in the index page. Where do you think that is? It is inside the app.jsx. If I open this, I have the routes in here. See, when I mentioned app bridge in the previous video, that this part of your website is part of app bridge that interact with Shopify. You can see it is inside the app bridge component, and this is app embed. This is where we pass our Shopify key, and this is app navigation, homepage, and I can add more pages here. So it is going to be, for example, pricing. I can do that. This is going to be pricing page. If I save this, you can see the pricing page is instantly updated in here. I can visit, but this is a 404 page I don't have. Now, to create this pricing page, all I need to do is just duplicate this one, and all I need to do is call it pricing, and let's change a few things. This is going to be the heading is going to be pricing page. You can also change the component at the top, which we export, but that's okay for now. Now, if I come back to my app, I have to run this again. You can see the app URL in the top in here. That is the heading that we mentioned. This is additional page. This is the pricing page that we updated right over here. Rest of that is component inside of this page that we will explore in the future video. But for now, this is what you have to know. If you want to create different routes, if you want to customize something, this is the structure that you have to follow. If you want someone to go to /app, then it should have the extension or like the prefix of app.pricing.whatever you want. That is how the Shopify routes work. And in the next video, we will explore more and see how we can customize this further. I hope this video has been informative. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.